My name's Annalie.
Annalie, so we just went on the cave tour. It sounds like you spend a lot of time in caves.
I've been caving for 4 years.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. How'd you get into it?
So I have had a friend who told me for like 5 years, he said you should join the local grotto, which is a caving club. And it took me a long time to do it. And he's one of those people who kind of like knows things beforehand. He knew I was gonna like it. We just went into our first cave and then never stopped
You
going.
just got hooked on it.
Well, it just was crazy because I didn't think it would change me, right? I just thought, oh, I'm just going into a cave. But then it started working on me on so many different internal levels because you're confronting fears and darkness and overcoming all kinds of stuff. It's been wild. In the Swanee Mountain Grotto, which I'm part of, one of the members, she told Todd that this land and thus this cave was for sale. So essentially he came, he liked, he bought it. But then there was a lot of work because when you were just in there yesterday dancing and all of that, it's very wide open, but that used to be filled with like 30,000 tons of mud and debris because it was on a natural slope. And over time, that just piles up. And people way in the past, they could come into that cave when there was water with their kayaks and they could almost touch the ceiling. We're in Cave Mecca. So in this part of Tennessee has 10,000 caves and they're still being discovered. I actually have friends who intentionally are searching for caves. Most of the caves in this part of the region are limestone and essentially it's more porous. And so water is eroding it over a long period of time. And chert is similar to flint. And the Native Americans would use it to make tools. And if you see in here, it's actually really pretty. It's like blue and white inside. So these tiny little things, those are all fossils from over 300 million years ago because this part of the world was a shallow sea. And then eventually all of that life sunk to the bottom, started building up sediment layers and eventually turned into limestone. And then the water came in and started carving it out. And so these are the pieces of these living organisms from a long, long time ago. Well, we're here 7 days a week from 9 to 5.
And that's something you can do without being at a festival.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, a lot of people just come for the tours. And then sometimes they didn't even really know what it was, or they didn't even see a show. They just wanted to go on a cave tour.
Yeah.
It's something to do, and then like fall break sometimes, good thing for kids.
Yeah.
Parents are like desperate to know, what can I do with my kids?
It's such an interesting experience. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.